Only Americans should vote in American elections.
Yeah. Good news. That's already federal law. There's actually no need for Trump's Save America Act. In fact, its proof of citizenship proposal could disenfranchise more than 20 million Americans without solving anything. Here's why. And by the way, if you disagree with me, I'd love to know why. The Illegal Immigration Reform and Immigrant Responsibility Act of 1996 explicitly prohibits non-citizens from voting in federal elections. No state allows non-citizens to vote in statewide elections either. The proposed Save America Act requires proof of citizenship when registering or re-registering to vote. Now that sounds fine in theory, but there are actually millions of Americans that don't have access to these documents. And there's a way to prove citizenship without disenfranchising them. It's what we already do. We already have a system that works. Under the National Voter Registration Act of 1993, voters must attest to citizenship under penalty of perjury when registering to vote. Depending on the state, officials can verify this by reviewing documents that an individual used to obtain a state-issued ID or driver's license to check citizenship, using federal data to verify citizenship. 27 states have an agreement with the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services SAVE system to verify voter citizenship status, or use of local and state data to verify citizenship as well, like jury dismissal lists. These methods, including the criminal statutes, have been wildly successful. A BBC analysis of the Heritage Foundation's election fraud cases database found that only 3 votes were cast by non-citizens between 1999 and 2023. 3 per year, each of which were dealt with by the appropriate authorities. Key here is that the burden should be on the states themselves, not the voter. This makes sure that only citizens vote, which is the legitimate and popular goal of this type of legislation, without disenfranchising people that don't have access to these documents. Could the system be improved? Sure. But not in the way that the Save America Act does it. If we can prevent this issue from happening without disenfranchising people, we should do it, shouldn't we? If you want more proof that this system works, in Utah, a review from the Republican lieutenant governor found 0 non-citizen votes out of 2 million cast. In Georgia, an audit of 8.2 million voters found only 9 non-citizen votes. In Michigan, they only found 15, which is 0.00028% of the 5.7 million voters in 2024. The Save Act unfortunately tries to solve a problem that doesn't exist while making it harder for actual citizens to vote. It's a bad bill that'll probably fail in the Senate and then be used as a talking point for the midterms. If you learned something, give me a follow. But now you know the facts. And that's why I still believe